What is up, everybody? This is Ian or Cerberus, and this is another Call of Duty gameplay. I don't even have to say it by now, but for some reason I keep saying it. This game is a ground war domination. I have the Spectre, but I don't really use it that much. As usual, I'm not really going to talk about the gameplay. I'm just going to say that the KD is not awesome. Do not expect that many kill streaks in this game. It was more objective. I do end up on the top of my team, but that's not saying much because they don't do a lot. And yeah, I'm not gonna say much about it. It's just look for the defense and stuff like that at the end, and you'll see why I uploaded it. It's much more objective based. But moving away from that, as always, I wanted to talk about something else. And I hope you guys liked my last video, the Talk About 90s video. I know it was a little bit silly, I guess you could say, or a little bit random, whatever you want to call it. But I had fun with it. I hope you enjoyed it. And so I went that kind of loose pathway, I guess you could say, for my last video, and I wanted to backtrack and go towards the serious side for this video. And that's because the other day I was on Tumblr. If you guys know what Tumblr was, I was searching my dashboard as I usually do, and I found this post by some other person. I don't know if it's a quote from a famous guy or just some teen angst person blogging, but I wanted to share it with you because it kind of got me thinking. I love when posts do that. But I do warn you, there is the F word in this quote that I'm about to give you. So if you are, I guess, prude or do not like cussing or whatever, just skip the next 15 seconds of this video. But I'm going to start now. And the quote goes, "Society's standards are fucked. If you're reserved and quiet, you're emo. If you're open and expressive, you're attention hungry. If you're a virgin by 16, you're doing something wrong. If you lose it by 16, you're a whore. If you don't compliment yourself, you're begging for compliments. If you do compliment yourself, you're full of yourself. If you're unique, you're actually weird. If you're normal, you're boring, and then it's hard to find yourself in a world so centered around perfection, when in reality imperfection is what defines us." And although that sounds super, I'm not even going to throw in a stereotype word because that would be defeating the purpose. Although it's not exactly what I wanted to talk about, it did get me thinking, and I just wanted to talk about equality. Now, I know the topic of equality and acceptance and things, insert synonym here, talk about those things is very bold for me to be posting on YouTube, I suppose, because to me, I think YouTube is very open to hate. After all, this is the internet, and it's something that you just have to kind of get used to. I am lucky enough to have not gotten that much hate yet. I have gotten some criticism, but that's to go without saying. But I wanted to just talk about it because I think that equality is something that gets overlooked a lot. I know it's a big thing in this new era, and it always, well, I mean, it always has been. We've always had movements of equality, and we're getting farther, but I really think even America, who's supposed to be one of the greatest nations in the world, still doesn't have equality for a lot of people. You know, even women still get paid less than men. If you don't know that, now you know. It's crazy. And you know, like LGBT community, a lot of people in that community believe that the Pledge of Allegiance isn't correct, and the fact that it says that, well, I'm not gonna single out LGBT communities as being the only people, but a lot of people believe that the Pledge of Allegiance does not accurately support or describe America because it says that we have equality for all, and in reality we don't. So I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, and I think that even people, a lot of people that I would like to say that I associate myself with, that are very accepting of other people, that are, you know, gays, supportive, and, you know, accepting of other people, and don't care about the color of your skin, and on and on. You know, those people, even they jump to the conclusion of in a different way of saying that people are racist for just saying little tiny comments, when in reality a lot of people are, but you're still, do you get what I mean? Like, you're still jumping to a conclusion based on what you see in someone, and you're not accurately, like, evaluating the situation, I guess you could say. And so, in a way, you are being a hypocrite, though even those people are being hypocrites in the fact that they're judging people. And so, I just think it's really backwards. Like, although I'm not trying to make this video a system of quotes, but I heard somebody say the other day that we're all hypocrites, and I think that that's true. I think it's impossible to go through life without having double standards for in some degree. And if you don't know what I mean by double standards, that's basically being a hypocrite, saying that, you know, one thing is bad to do, but then you do it for yourself, or you think it's okay for you to do it. Now, I think it's human nature to want to categorize people and to create these stereotypes of people and to place people in these categories, because I think it's human nature to want to have things be black and white, to not have those gray areas, because it scares people. And I think it's that being scared that makes people be hateful towards other people. It's the unknown factor, and that's something that we really have to become comfortable with. I myself, I've said it numerous times already, that I live in a pretty decently small community. I don't live in, like, you know, just a few thousand people. It's bigger than that. I live in a town of like 48,000 people. But even there, I still live in the Midwest, and there's still a ton of bigotry and racism and things like that, and I myself jumped to conclusions many times, because in my elementary school, a little fact about Ian, in my elementary school, I was seen as like a gothic person, or in my middle school, when the term emo became really popular, I started being called emo. And it's not that I cut myself or didn't talk to anybody all the time, or said really hateful things and read dark poetry and didn't go out in the sun. Well, that part's true. I don't like the sun. But I wore a lot of black, and I was a quiet child. I was very shy. And like that, even like that quote said, it said, if you're shy and content, then you're considered emo. And I think all that quote is saying is just that we stereotype people a lot, and that, of course, we shouldn't be doing that. Now, I just looked back on my footage. I actually just stopped the recording, even though you guys can't tell. That's the magic of movie making. But I just stopped my recording and went back and listened to myself, and even in this video, I've used these stereotypes that have become so ingrained in our community, or in our society, or whatever. And I think it's really crazy, because even someone like or like me, that is trying to talk about this equality, I still have those stereotypes. I have them placed upon me, and I myself use them. Like, I am not trying to sit here and talk into this mic saying that I'm perfect and everybody should be like me. I'm just trying to, I guess, raise awareness that you need to think about the things that you say. I think that's something that can totally change the way that the world is. People, if you think to yourself before you say something, you will be amazed you will be amazed how more intelligent you will come across, I guess. Or like, people will just generally like you better if you just think about the things you say. I cannot believe, as someone that goes to high school of all places, I think everybody's, unless you're middle school or under, unless you haven't been to high school, I think everybody's fair to say that or even if you're older, working in the workplace, or I think it's just everywhere. I think listening to people, you can just tell when they don't think about what they say, because it just sounds stupid. Like, I know I'm being really unreasonable maybe right here, but if you just think about the things you say, you'll be amazed. And I often don't. Like, even I don't think about the things I say. And that's why I don't want to tell you guys that if you just do all these things I just said, if you just listen to yourself, that you will totally make the world equal and everything will be fine and dandy. It won't. Like, it's a struggle. That's the whole point of fighting for equality. It's it's something that's worth fighting for, I think, and it's something that we should all strive towards, and we may not reach it today, we may not reach it tomorrow, but we'll reach it sometime in the future. It's possible. It's definitely possible, and all that is about is just raising awareness. Share this video, or, well, you don't have to share this video, but tell other people what you think about it. If you don't agree with me here, leave a comment below. Tell me why I'm wrong. I don't know why anybody would disagree with the equality unless you're racist, but just leave a comment below and tell me what you think, because this is something that I do think about a lot. Like I said, living in a community that is so close to new thoughts and things like that, it's something that I think about a lot. I have a small group of friends and we're always discussing these kind of things. As someone that I am comfortable enough with admitting that I am not a popular person at school, someone that is in a small group of friends. I am used to having these stereotypes placed upon me, and I think that the majority of the people that watch my videos, I'm not going to jump to conclusions here, but I think that everybody knows what that's like. And yeah, guys, I don't know what else to say. I know I've totally dropped off a cliff with my voice right now, but I'm definitely going to bed. But I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you. Bye.